Hello students, I am Kale Supriya from Computer Science Department, Arts, Commerce and Science College. I teaching you the subject cyber security. In that we see the topics IT actions and some related topics to cyber security. Now our session agenda. In this session we see the topics. In that the first topic is what is information technology. After that the topic is Information Technology Acts, sections and punishments. Next, hacking types and the countermeasures. After that we are see the topics web application security, and after that we will see the defensive programming. Now the topic, what is IT means what is information technology. Information technology, we all know about the information technology. Information technology is nothing but what is information technology? I for information, T for technology, IT. Information technology is the use of any computers, we know the computer, then storage, networking and other physical devices, infrastructure and processes to create, process, store, secure and exchange all forms of electronic data. We know that digital data or electronic data, the data which is in the form of what? Zeros and one, that is binary data. We know that all the data stored in the computer machine is in the form of what? Zeros and ones. That data is called as digital data or electronic data. And the information technology, what is the use of this? Information technology is used for the what? Computers, then storage, networking, and for what? To create, process, store and secure, exchange all forms of electronic data. The data in electronic form, that data we can create, also we can process that data, also we can store the data, and we can secure or exchange the data. In that we can use the email, or we can store the data in the computer in Word file. These are the electronic data which is stored in the form of what? Zeros and ones. Next, what is the act? Act is nothing but any actions. To do any action, that is known as act. Next point is Information Technology Act. In that IT Act or IT actions, there are some acts which is defined by the Indian government for what? Related to cyber crime. Okay, this is the primary law. IT action, this is the primary law in India dealing with cyber crimes and electronic commerce. IT Act is the primary law in India dealing with cyber crimes and electronics commerce. The Information Technology Act 2000, also known as an IT Act, is an act proposed by Information Technology Act 2000, known as IT Act. It is act proposed by who? Indian Parliament, reported on 17th October 2000. This IT Act will reported by whom? Indian Parliament, and it is reported on 17th October 2000. This Information Technology Act is based on the United Nations Model Law on Electronic Commerce 1996, which was suggested by the General Assembly of United Nations by a resolution dated on 13th January 1997. This is Information Technology Act based on the what? United Nations Model Law and Electronic Commerce. and which is suggested by whom? The General Assembly of United Nations by a resolution dated on 30 January 1997. It is the most important law in India dealing with cybercrime and e-commerce. This is the law which deals with our cybercrime and e-commerce. Cybercrime is nothing but the crime which is done on by the computer, and e-commerce which is done on computer data. And e-commerce is nothing but the online, we can shop anything, that is nothing but the e-commerce. In that e-commerce there are the websites Amazon, Flipkart. These are the websites which are work on this e-commerce. The main objective of this act is to carry lawful and trustworthy electronic, digital and online transactions and alleviate or reduce the cyber crimes. What is the main objective of the IT Act? It is the act which can trustworthy electronic, digital and online transactions and which can reduce the cyber crimes. Next, some important terms. What is the cyber crime? What is cyber crime? Cyber crime means the criminal activities carried out by means of computer or internet. The criminal activities carried out by means of computer or internet. We know the physical crime. If any person which can murder another person, that is one of the physical crime. But the cyber crime is nothing but the crime which is done by the computer or internet, using computer or internet. The persons, that is the hackers or crackers. Hackers can do the cyber crime, which can hack the data of another persons which is on the computer or which is in the digital format. Now, what is the cyber crime? Cyber crime means criminal activities carried out by means of computer or internet. Next, second is, what is the e-commerce? We know that. What is e-commerce? Buying and selling goods and services over electronic work. We can buy or sell goods or services over electronic work, over means computer, using websites. We know that some websites are which websites we can shop online, Amazon, Flipkart. There are various websites from which we can Mintra, which can sell, which can buy the goods. Okay. Next, what is the electronic records? Information captured through electronic means. What is meant by information which is in the electronic form? We know that the soft copy of our any file or our images or the data which is in the pen drive or mails, our mail, we can send or receive the mails from our friends which are in the machine readable formats. The data which is in the machine readable format, that data is known as electronic data or digital data, which is in the form of zeros and ones. And our soft copy of our any file or our images, these are the electronic records. Next, what is the digital signature? A way to ensure that an electronic document is authentic. What is meant by authentic? Our document is authentic means we know who created the documents and that is not been altered in any way. Means the document which is created by that person and another person cannot change or alter that document. That is nothing but the authentication. Next, IT Act 2000. in IT Act, what is done? In IT Act, formation of controller of certifying authorities to regulate issuing digital sign. Second, define cyber crimes and prescribed penalties. Third, establish cyber appellate tribunal. The IT Act 2000 has two schedules. First schedule deals with the documents to which the Act shall not apply, and the second schedule deals with electronic signature or electronic authentication method. Electronic signature is nothing but our signature is in the form of electronic, or our signature is on the computer is known as the electronic signature. Or if we give the thumb, this is our one of the electronic signature, or from this electronic signature or electronic we can, this is nothing but our identity, whom created that document. The offenses and the punishments in the IT Act 2000. What is? First is tampering with the computer source documents. If anyone try to change or alter our computer documents, that is one of the offense, tampering with the computer source documents. Second offense is directions of controller to a subscriber to extend facilities to decrypt the information. Third, publishing of information which is obscene in the electronic form. If anyone publishing the information which is in electronic form. Then penalty for the breach of confidentiality and privacy. Next, hacking for malicious purposes. If anyone hack for what? Malicious purpose, our data or any other information. Next, penalty for publishing digital signature certificate falls in certain particular. If anyone publishing the digital signature certificate having the penalty, then penalty for misrepresentation. If anyone misrepresent our data or anyone's data, then there penalty for that misrepresentation. Then confiscation means nothing but the zabti, power to investigate offences, crime or illegal action. Next, protected systems. Next point is penalties for confiscation not to interfere with other punishments. Act to apply for offence or contravention committed outside India. Publication for fraud purposes, and power of controller to give the directions. These are the offences. Sections and punishments under Information Technology Act 2000 are as follows. Now the section and punishment. Now section 43 having the punishment. Which punishment? This section of IT Act 2000 states that any act of destroying, altering or stealing computer system, network or deleting data with malicious intentions without authorization from owner of the computer is liable for the payment to be made to owner as compensation for damages. If any person which can change the data if without authorization, in that case what happen, that authorization party can take the payment for that damages. Next, section 43A. This section of IT Act 2000 states that any corporate body dealing with sensitive information that fails to implement reasonable security practice causing loss of other person, we are also liable as a convict for compensation to the affected party. In this law, what if any corporate body dealing with sensitive information that fails to implement reasonable security practices causing loss of other person will also liable as convict for compensation to the affected party. Next, section 66. In section 66 there is the punishment of hacking of a computer system with malicious intentions like fraud will be punished with 3 years imprisonment or the fine of 5 lakh or both. Hacking, if anyone hacked the computer system with for malicious intention or for fraud, that he will have punished for 3 years of fine 5 lakh or both. Next, section 66 BCD. In this section, fraud or dishonesty using or transmitting information or identity theft is punishable with 3 years imprisonment or 1 lakh fine or both. If anyone do the fraud in transmitting the data or information, that theft have what 3 years imprisonment or what 1 lakh fine or both. Next, section 66C. In this section is for violation of privacy by transmitting image or private area is punishable with 3 years imprisonment or 2 lakh fine or both. What is violation of privacy? If private information will be disclosed or transmitting the images or private area is the punishable. How many punishment is of 3 years imprisonment or of 2 lakh fine or both. Next, section 66F. In this section is on cyber terrorism affecting unity, integrity or security or severity of India through digital medium is liable for life imprisonment. If anyone want to change the data or security of India through digital medium, this is the cyber terrorism. This is the our country crime, related to country crime. This is liable for life imprisonment. All over the life it is in what? It goes into the jail, imprisonment. Section 67. This section states publishing obscene information or pornography or any transmission of obscene content in public is liable for imprisonment up to 5 years or fine of 10 lakh. If anyone will publish the information related to pornography, it having what? 5 years imprisonment or 10 lakh fine. In this, what is information technology and the different punishments under the different sections. Next, types of hacking attack and their countermeasures. Galley discusses 3 types of attacks against computer system. Computer system having a different types of attacks. In that, the 3 types of attacks are physical, syntactic and semantic. What are they? A physical attack uses conventional weapons such as bombs or fire. Physical attacks means we can destroy that system using what? Bomb or fire. Next, second attack is syntactic attack. Uses the virus type software to disturb or damage a computer system or network. Using viruses can destroy that network or the data within the computer. That is nothing but the syntactic attack. And the third is semantic attack, is the more subtle approach. Its goal is to attack users' confidence by causing a computer system to produce errors and unpredictable result. In the semantic attack, that attackers can what produce the errors in our data or program and gives the unpredictable result. There are three types of attacks: physical, then syntactic and semantic. In physical attack, the attacker uses the conventional weapons, for example bombs or fires, and destroy the system. Second is synthetic attack. In synthetic attack, it uses the software programs, that is virus, to disturb or damage the computer system or network. And third is the semantic attack. In that, it can it's causing the computer system to produce the errors and unpredictable results. Syntactic attacks are sometimes grouped under the term malicious software or malware. Syntactic attack, known as malware or malicious software. These attacks may include the viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. One common vehicle of delivery for malware is email. Through email, these viruses can attack on our system or our software. Semantic attacks involve the what is semantic attacks? Semantic attack involves the modification of information or dissemination of incorrect information. In semantic attacks, this attack can modify or change our information. That means we get the wrong data. Modification of information has been perpetrated even without the aid of computers, but computers and networks have provided new opportunities to achieve this. You know that what is computer? Computer is nothing but an electronic device which can get the data, process that data, accept data, process that data, and use some output. And the network is nothing but the more than one computers are connected to each other. That is known as the network. And the internet is nothing but the network of networks. Now the hacking tricks can be divided into the different categories. In hacking, there will be the various categories. First is Trojan programs. What is these Trojan programs? Trojan programs are the programs that share files via instant messenger, and the Trojan program is unknowingly executed, controlling the infected computer. It can read, delete, move, and execute any file on the computer. The Trojan programs enter into our system through emails or instant messengers. And what he do? The Trojan programs can execute and control our computer, and it can also read, delete. It can read the data, our personal data, or upload our data in the computer. It also delete our data. It can move the data from one PC to their own PC, and it can execute any file on the computer. This is the Trojan program. This is very dangerous to our system, which can read, delete, move, and execute any file on the computer. Next hacking technique is phishing. Phishing attacks are the practice of sending fraudulent communications that appear to come from reputable source. Phishing attacks can send the fraudulent communication, and the person see that it is come from the reputable source. It is usually done through the email. If we want any email from the bank, but it happens that mail cannot be come from the bank, but we see and we trust that this mail is come from our bank. This is the phishing attack. It is usually done through the mail. The goal is to steal sensitive data like credit card and login information. Some mails want send your email info, send your credit card information, or send your pin number, or send your account number. The banks does not what bank does not use or does not want these numbers from customers, but these are the third parties or the attackers which can want this information for what steal sensitive data like credit card and login information, or to install malwares on the victim's machines. Phishing is the common type of cyber attack that everyone should learn about in order to protect themselves. This is one of the attack. Phishing attack is the common attack through which the our bank money will be steal through that attackers. If we give our account number, credit card information, or debit card information, or any. Next is the fake websites. Fake website means the website which is not a legitimate venue. That is not a legitimate venue. For example, the site is designed to entice the visitor into revealing sensitive information, to download some form of malware, or to purchase the products that never arrive. There are some websites from which we can purchase or buy anything, but that our product will not come because that website is fake. Or we can download something from that website, and that downloaded material will have some viruses in that, which can affect our machine or network, or which can access our whole computer system or data in that system. That is the fake websites. Next is spoofing. What is meant by spoofing? In cyber security, spoofing is when fraudsters pretend to be someone or something else to win a person's trust. The motivation is usually to gain access to a system, steal data, or steal money, or spread malware. In spoofing, fraudulence will win the person's trust and steal our data, or steal our money, or spread the malware and change our system, or modify the data, access the data. Next, spyware. Spyware is any software that installs itself on our computer and starts constantly monitoring your online behavior without your knowledge or permission. Spyware is another software or virus which can install itself. If we download anything from internet, this spyware comes from that, and which can monitor our PC and behavior without we don't know our knowledge, or without our permissions. That software or spyware will monitor our computer. Spyware is a kind of malware that secretly gathers information about a person or organization and relays this data to other parties. This spyware will gathers our information and gives other organization or other parties. Next, Trojan horse virus. This is a type of malware. A Trojan horse virus is a type of malware that downloads onto a computer disguised as a legitimate program. The delivery method typically sees an attacker use social engineering to hide malicious code within the legitimate software and try to gain user system access with their software. This is the very dangerous virus which can enter into our PC and can access all over our system access. To that, attacker can access all our system using that software or that virus. This is nothing but the Trojan horse virus. Next is wormholes attack. Wormhole attack is a severe and popular attack in botnets and other ad hoc networks. This attack involves two or more than two malicious nodes. Which are these two nodes? Data packet from one end of the malicious node is tunneled to the other malicious node at the other point, and these data packets are broadcast. This is the attack. From that attack, the data will be go from what? Or our data packets will go from one node to another node. Means that attacker can transfer that information from one PC to another PC. That is the wormhole attack. Next is a denial of service attack. It is an attack meant to shut down a machine or network, making it inaccessible to its intended users. In denial of service attack, what happens? It is an attack meant to shut down a machine or network. This attack will shut down our machine or network, and it is inaccessible to the another intended users. Denial of service attacks accomplish this by flooding the target with traffic or sending it information that triggers a crash. Next is farming. In farming, this is similar in nature to phishing. Farming is a hacker's attack aiming to redirect a website's traffic to another bogus website. In farming, what the hackers attack, what is done in that attack? They redirect the website traffic to another bogus websites.